Hello, buddy. It's that college football guy here. Another video. Man, it's a great day to be a Tennessee fan today. Great day actually for Tennessee, the state of Tennessee's football teams only, but maybe not so much in other places. We'll get into that. But first, everybody, first and foremost, everybody, please hit the thumbs up. It helps the analytics, helps the video to be seen more in YouTube land. Comment on the video. Love to interact with everybody, and subscribe to the channel. We are really close. We're at 199 subscribers. One more to hit 200. Let's see if we can get there. Okay, first and foremost, we had 7 games reviewed here for the noon Eastern games. First off, Indiana and Ohio State. Ohio State was a big favorite, and they didn't disappoint. Number 2, Ohio State blows out Indiana, 56-14. Indiana had their starting quarterback, Dexter Williams, sophomore, came in, went 6 of 19 for 107 yards for 2 touchdowns, no INTs. Team rushing, 40 carries for 150 yards, no touchdowns. Good yardage, but you got to get some TDs there. Team defense, they got 1 QB hurry. No sacks, no picks, no fumble recoveries, no turnovers. Not good. Ohio State, however, C.J. Stroud went 17 of 28 for 297 yards and 5 touchdowns and no INTs. Not bad enough to not play in Northwestern. Marvin Harrison Jr., 7 receptions for 135 yards and a touchdown, was their star receiver. Team rushing, 43 carries for 340 yards and 3 touchdowns. There we go. Myron Williams, 15 carries for 147 yards and a touchdown. He went down in the first half. So Dallin Hayden, the freshman running back, comes in. 14 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Not bad at all for your backup. He'll be probably the starter next week. Team defense, 4 sacks, 3 QB hurries, no INTs, but a fumble recovery. So offensively and defensively, Ohio State got it done. Congratulations to Ohio State. First game I got wrong. I went 4-3 today. I did bad. West Virginia beats Oklahoma for the West Virginia's first ever victory over Oklahoma as a member of the Big 12. They beat Oklahoma 23-20. Oklahoma, Dylan Gabriel went 17-28 for 190 yards. No touchdowns, no INTs. Oof. Team rushing, 40 carries for 236 yards and 2 touchdowns. Eric Gray, former Vol, 25 carries for 211 yards and 2 touchdowns. Which means the rest of the team went 15 carries for 25 yards for Oklahoma. Not going to work. Team defense, 2 sacks, 2 QB hurries, an INT, and a fumble recovery. So you got the first 2 turnovers. West Virginia, JT Daniels continues to be riding the struggle bus on a permanent basis, seems to be. 7 for 12, 65 yards, 0 touchdowns, and an INT. He got pulled from the game late in the first half, excuse me. Garrett Green, the sophomore quarterback. This might be his team, folks. I think he just had his coming out party. 12 of 22 for 138 yards and a touchdown. Team rushing. Here's the story of West Virginia got this game, folks. 53 carries, 203 yards, 2 touchdowns. Controlled the time possession. Garrett Green had 14 carries for 119 yards and 2 TDs. So he accounted for 3 of all 3 touchdowns that West Virginia scored. That's how you get it done. Rest of the team, 39 carries for 84 yards. They did rushing, but it's not enough. Team defense, 3 sacks. No QB hurries, no INTs, no fumble recoveries. But it doesn't matter because, hey, you got it done. Congratulations to West Virginia on their first win over Oklahoma as a member of the Big 12. Well, another upset that I got wrong. Purdue upsets number 21, Illinois, 31-24. Illinois, Tommy DeVito went 18-32 for 201 yards with a touchdown and an INT. Team rushing, 33 carries for 102 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Chase Brown had 23 carries for 98 yards and the 2 TDs. I mean, the rest of the team was 10 carries for 4 yards. Yeesh. Team defense, no sacks, 2 QB hurries, an INT, and a fumble recovery. And it's kind of about 2 QB hurries. It's kind of funny because Jerzan, I hope I'm saying the name right, Jerzan Newton, the sophomore, he had both the QB hurries. For Purdue, Aiden O'Connell, 25 of 40, 237 yards and 3 touchdowns and an INT. Team rushing, 33 carries, 142 yards and a touchdown. And Devin McCoby, I hope I'm saying him right, the freshman running back for Purdue, 28 carries for 106 yards and that TD. Not bad. Team defense, 2 sacks, 1 QB hurry, 1 INT, no fumble recoveries. Purdue got it done. Notre Dame and Navy. Notre Dame was a good favorite, but they didn't win by much. They didn't cover. Number 20 Notre Dame beats Navy 35-32. Notre Dame was up 35-13 at half and then put it in cruise control. They got outscored 19-0 in the second half, but it didn't matter. They were up too far. For Navy is a triple option team. They don't really throw the ball. So 4 different players. I can't really call them quarterbacks for Navy because they really don't have one. 4 different players for Navy combined to go 6 of 13 for 108 yards and 2 touchdowns and an INT. Team rushing, 46 carries for 255 yards and 2 touchdowns. There's Navy. And Daba Fofana, I hope I'm saying the name right, a sophomore, 15 carries, 133 yards, and a touchdown. Team defense, 5 sacks, 1 QB hurry, 1 INT, no fumble recoveries. But at least they forced a turnover. Notre Dame, Drew Pine, the sensational sophomore starting quarterback for Notre Dame, went 17 of 21 for 269 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an INT. Spread the wealth on the receptions. No anybody outstanding, so they really couldn't cover anybody. Team rushing, 34 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown. Not too good. Team defense, 1 sack, 1 INT, no QB hurries or fumble recoveries. But hey, Notre Dame held on for that win. So congratulations to Notre Dame for holding on. LSU and Arkansas. Well, LSU was favored big in this game. It didn't go too big because number 7 LSU beat Arkansas 13-10. This was a yike. Snooze fest. For Arkansas, Fortin and Hornsby, the two guys they had playing quarterback, combined to go 12 of 22 for 116 yards and a touchdown. No INTs. Team rushing, 46 carries for 133 yards. No touchdowns. Team defense, 7 sacks. That's how they stayed in this game. 7 sacks, 1 QB hurry, 1 INT, and 1 fumble recovery. And Chris Paul Jr., the freshman, had 2 of those sacks. For LSU, Jaden Daniels went 8 of 15 for 86 yards, 0 touchdowns and an INT. Not a good game. The team rushing, 51 carries, 198 yards and a touchdown. And Josh Williams had 19 carries, 122 for a touchdown. Team defense, 5 sacks, 2 QB hurries, no INTs, but 2 fumble recoveries. They forced 2 turnovers. Harold Perkins Jr., the freshman, had 4 sacks and a QB hurry. Nice guy to have on your front 7. Hello to the SEC. That's a wake-up call here for everybody else. And now we go to the first game that makes me happy. My Vols were playing Missouri. Number 5 Tennessee playing Missouri. It was 28-17 at the half. Tennessee up. I guess Tennessee decided, Josh Heupel decided, nah, we're not going to have this close. They outscored Missouri 38-7 in the second half to win 66-24. This was crazy. Brady Cook, the sophomore starting quarterback for Missouri, 19-32, 217 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no INTs. Team rushing for Missouri, 37 carries for 172 yards and a touchdown. And Brady Cook, the starting quarterback, had 16 carries for 106 yards. He didn't score the touchdown, but that's still 106 yards from rushing for your quarterback. Team defense, 3 sacks, 3 QB hurries, but no INTs or fumble recoveries. Did not force a turnover. Now for Tennessee, how good is it going here? I'll give you a clue here. Hendon Hooker went 25 of 35 for 355 yards, 3 touchdowns, no INTs. He left in the fourth quarter, so Joe Milton took over. He just went 3 for 3 for 105 yards and a touchdown. Yikes. Jalen Hyatt, a superstar wide receiver, 7 receptions for 141 yards and a touchdown. And Brew McCoy, the SC transfer, 9 receptions for 111 yards. No touchdown, though, but he showed up. Team rushing, 37 carries for 264 yards and 5 touchdowns. No back got 100 yards. It was spread the wealth with everybody. Everybody participated in this. It was just, there was no really outstanding performer. Everybody did something. Team defense, 2 sacks, 8 QB hurries. No INTs, but they did get a fumble recovery. And Jawan Mitchell had 2 of those QB hurries. So Tennessee just decided enough's enough and just hit the gas. And now the second game. I got this one wrong, and I'll be perfectly honest. This is one of the biggest upsets in the SEC. This is absolutely hilarious. Vanderbilt, who is on a 26-game SEC losing streak, hasn't won in the SEC since 2019. They go into Lexington and beat number 24 Kentucky 24-21. Let me say this again. Vanderbilt, who hasn't won an SEC game since 2019, went on the road to Lexington and beat number 24 Kentucky 24-21 on a road. Not only got their first win, but it's a ranked win and it's on the road. How did Kentucky lose this game? Will Levis. Will Levis, 11 for 23, 109 yards, no touchdowns, 1 INT. Not getting it done. Team rushing, 31 carries for 213 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chris Rodriguez Jr., 18 carries for $162 and both TDs. He kept the team in it. Team defense, 1 sack, 6 QB hurries, 1 INT, and a fumble recovery. J.J. Weaver and Jordan Knight both had 2 QB hurries apiece. For Vanderbilt, Mike Wright, the quarterback, he had a game. 12 of 23, 184 yards, a touchdown, and INT, including His main receiver was Will Shepard, 5 receptions for 88 yards and a touchdown, and a game-winning 8-yard TD pass with 33 seconds left to put Vanderbilt ahead. Team rushing, this was something here. Team rushing, 44 carries for 267 yards and 2 touchdowns. 269 yards, excuse me. Ray Davis for Vanderbilt, 26 carries, 121 yards and a touchdown. Mike Wright, the quarterback, had 11 carries for 126 yards and a touchdown. So the QB did it in the air and on the ground. It means the rest of the team for Vandy went 7 carries for 9 yards. But you got 200-yard rushers with your leading rusher and your quarterback. That gives you options. Team defense, 4 sacks, 2 QB hurries, 1 INT, but no fumble recoveries. But Vandy, you did it. You ended your SEC losing streak, got a road win doing it, and a victory over top 25 team on to boot. Vandy had a game, folks. Oh boy, the trolls are going to be out in full force tomorrow. So let me know what you think. Every result surprised you. The Vandy score surprised me. It surprised everybody. I'm not going to get into the other games right now as they're still going on. Ole Miss and Alabama are in the dogfight. If Ole Miss beats Alabama, Alabama is completely out of the SEC title picture, because that'll be their 3rd loss. LSU and Ole Miss will have beaten them, and those are the 2 teams ahead of them in the standings. So let me know what you think down in the comments about it. Anything else besides the Vandy game, I'm sure shocked everybody. Anything else surprised you? Thanks, everybody, for watching the video. Hope everybody's enjoying their college football this Saturday. Be safe out there. Be warm out there, because it is cold here in Tennessee. And please, be good to each other.